Alright, what up guys? Eric from Tesla Smarts again. I recently Plasti-Dipped my Model X and I didn't do a really good job explaining how everything's done. So here's my second attempt to do it on my friend's car. It's a Toyota Camry. It's not a Tesla, but I want to make a second video just so I could be a little bit more thorough about how everything is done. It's going to be the same exact process. What we're going to do is we're going to start off the first coat pretty thick, which I didn't do on my Model X. That's why I got all those little textures to the surface. So this time I'm going to try it without getting those textures by leaving a thick coat in the beginning. And then the following 4 coats, it doesn't have to be as thick because I don't want it to run. And as you can see here, we already masked off the areas that we don't want to hit. And we didn't go as overboard on all the masking because it's not necessary to do so. So we just did this area over here where we know the Plasti-Dip might actually spray onto the oversprays. And if we do end up getting more overspray on the other surfaces, it's very easy to remove it just with using some alcohol and some microfiber towels. So everything's already masked off, ready to go. We are also cleaned up the areas that we're gonna spray using alcohol wipe and microfiber towel. Make sure you're very thorough with it and you get all the inside crevices as well, because if it's dirty, it's not gonna stick well. Alright, so let's go ahead and shake this up and get started. Alright, so that's our first coat. We're gonna give some time for it to completely dry. It's probably gonna take like 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and then we're gonna do our following second coat. On the first coat, we went ahead and sprayed it directly on. The second coat, we're gonna spray from the top, third one from the bottom, the fourth from the left, and the fifth from the right side. Okay, so this was our second coat. As you can see, we actually angled it from the top to the bottom like this. So if you do that, you'll be able to cover the top area that we weren't able to cover when we were shooting it straight. And when you're putting on these coats, if you start to see like little dots on it, then you have to shoot it more. So you have to shoot it to the point where you get this smooth finish. So go ahead and just keep on spraying until you see that. We're gonna give it some time to dry, and then we're gonna go ahead and proceed with our third coat. Okay, now for the third coat, we're gonna go ahead and angle it from the bottom a little bit like this and spray it up like that. Okay, so that's our third coat. We're gonna give it another like 10-20 minutes to dry up. We're gonna do our fourth coat from the left side. Alright, so we gave some time to dry up. Now we're gonna do our fourth coat. We're gonna spray from the left. Alright, so that's our fourth coat. Now we only have 1 coat left to go. Let's go ahead and give it more time to dry. Alright, so that's our last coat. Let's now give some time for it to completely dry, and we're going to be peeling everything off. Alright guys, so we gave it some time to dry, and with my initial observation after drying, looks like I kind of went too thick on this one. So for my Tesla, I went too thin, and this one I went too thick. But let's go ahead and start peeling off all the excess and see how it looks. So I'm going to start off with the SE. Just be very slow when you're removing it around the emblem. So here it is. We're going to take the excess out using a toothpick. I don't think it's fully dry. Look at how it sits. It's bulging out between the letter. It's supposed to be flush. It's not seated all the way in. Alright, so we're not done cleaning up yet. We're kind of in a rush because we had to leave. So we started taking everything off a bit early. So ran into some issues. So we're gonna let it dry a little bit more, and then we're gonna do all the touch up and clean it up a bit after that. but what I learned from this is you could also go too thick. So when you're spraying, make sure don't go too thick and keep your eye out on the edges where it comes down. Make sure you can always see the end of your emblems. If you spray too thick to the point where you can't see the end of your emblems, start to slow down and start coating thinner, because it's gonna cause some issue when you're peeling. So that's that. And I also learned that I need a bit more practice before I could get really good at plasti dipping. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. Thank you.